August 4th, 1972. A United States Navy pilot is flying a routine patrol over the coast of Vietnam when the ocean below him suddenly begins to erupt. Dozens of highly classified Mark 52 sea mines are detonating simultaneously. The problem? There is not a single enemy ship for miles. This was not a malfunction. It was not a coordinated enemy sweep. It was an event so bizarre that the military kept the investigation completely classified for decades. Today, we are building the most advanced, highly automated defense networks in human history. We rely on smart weapons, global positioning systems, and autonomous drone swarms. But what happens when the planet itself turns against the machine? What happens when a weapon designed for absolute precision goes totally rogue? To understand the sheer scale of this anomaly, we have to look back to Operation Pocket Money. In the spring of 1972, the United States military was ordered to choke off enemy supply lines by blockading the ports of North Vietnam. Carrier-based aircraft dropped over 4,000 highly advanced influence mines into the coastal waters. These were not the old floating spiked balls you see in World War II movies. The Mark 52 was an apex predator of the deep. It rested silently in the thick mud at the bottom of the ocean, waiting. It was equipped with a highly sensitive magnetic anomaly detector. It was programmed to completely ignore small wooden boats, floating debris, or marine life. It would only trigger its 1,000-pound payload when it felt the massive, undeniable magnetic disruption of a giant steel warship passing directly overhead. So, we arrive at the ultimate question. Why did United States sea mines spontaneously detonate in the ocean in 1972? How could a weapon designed with such strict, specific targeting parameters suddenly decide to detonate in completely empty water? If you are fascinated by the hidden mechanics of modern warfare and want to uncover the military's most deeply guarded secrets before the rest of the world catches on, make sure you hit the subscribe button right now. We declassify a new mystery every single week. Now let us look at the immediate aftermath. Inside the naval command centers, the atmosphere was thick with absolute paranoia. The initial reports coming in from the pilots were impossible to ignore. Explosions were tearing through the blockades all along the coastline. The immediate assumption was terrifying. The United States military thought the Soviet Union had secretly developed a new, undetectable method for sweeping American minefields. Had Soviet submarines bypassed the sonar nets? Was it a new experimental electromagnetic weapon? The Navy dispatched investigators to find the invisible saboteur, but the answer did not come from a captured spy or a recovered enemy submarine. The answer came from the Space Environment Laboratory in Boulder, Colorado. The investigators looked away from the ocean, and they looked up at the sky. This leads us to the crucial question: how did a solar flare disarm a United States blockade? In early August of 1972, an incredibly complex and violently active sunspot region rotated to face the Earth. This region was officially designated as MR 11976. Without any warning, the sun unleashed an absolutely massive coronal mass ejection. This was not just a flash of light. It was a billion-ton cloud of magnetized plasma hurtling through the vacuum of space. A normal solar storm of this size takes about 3 to 4 days to reach Earth. This one was traveling so incredibly fast that it slammed into our planet in just 15 hours. When this immense wave of cosmic energy collided with the Earth's magnetosphere, it caused the entire planetary magnetic field to buckle. Deep underwater off the coast of Vietnam, the highly sensitive magnetic sensors inside the Mark 52 sea mines felt a massive sudden shift in the ambient magnetic field. The sensors did exactly what they were engineered to do. They registered the intense magnetic wave, interpreted it as the massive metallic hull of an enemy ship, and triggered the detonators. In a matter of moments, the ocean boiled. The sun had successfully hacked a classified United States weapons network from 93 million miles away. This realization sent a shockwave through the defense intelligence community. The military had built a weapon so incredibly precise that it became entirely vulnerable to the cosmos. And this is where the 1972 solar minefield detonation goes from a fascinating piece of Cold War history to a truly terrifying modern warning. The storm of 1972 was powerful, but it was just a fraction of what our star is capable of. Which brings us to the most urgent question of this investigation. Could a solar storm destroy modern military technology today? The short, uncomfortable answer is yes. Today, our entire global security apparatus relies on incredibly fragile invisible signals. Global positioning systems rely on precise timing signals sent through the ionosphere. A massive geomagnetic storm would scramble that layer of the atmosphere, instantly blinding precision-guided munitions and autonomous navigation grids. Beyond the military, the civilian power grid is basically a giant antenna for geomagnetic currents. If a massive storm were to strike the Earth tomorrow, it would not just detonate a few underwater mines. It could permanently fry early warning radar systems. It could knock high-altitude surveillance drones out of the sky. It could instantly sever the communication links between nuclear submarines deep in the ocean and the Pentagon. In 1859, a storm known as the Carrington Event was so powerful it set telegraph wires on fire. If a storm of that magnitude hit us now, it would plunge modern civilization into the dark ages in a matter of hours. We spend trillions of dollars engineering stealth fighters, hypersonic missiles, and impenetrable defense shields to protect us from each other. But the universe is incredibly violent, and it does not care about our borders, our politics, or our classified technologies. The 1972 ocean detonations proved that no matter how advanced our weapons become, we are always just one solar flare away from complete silence. If you want to see what happens when the military puts its most classified hardware directly into space to prepare for the next era of orbital warfare, click the video on your screen right now to uncover the dark mission of the mysterious X-37B spaceplane. I will see you there.